I think this is the hallmark of a program that's on the rise towards becoming elite. When your programs like Alabama, like Georgia, you're getting your coordinators poached on a semi-regular basis, and now we're seeing it again with our defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, who is interviewing with the Eagles for the open DC job. Do you think that that's Mark? Do you think that that's kind of like an indicator of where the program is going now? Just the fact that this is happening more.
I saw the exchange between you and Dre, and of course, Dre's not wanting to see Jess Minter leave. Not that you do, but that was your initial response, and I'm right there with you that you want to hold on to your best, and there are going to be at times the Brent Venables of the world, but they are going to be the rare exception that they are going to stick around a program just because either A, they are extremely picky about the next opportunity, or number two, hey, they're a rare breed where it's like, hey, I'm good being a coordinator coaching football and not being a CEO. But most likely that coordinator, even at a Michigan, is going to have an opportunity because there is a thing called the NFL, and that's a next level opportunity. And, this is what we're staring down right now with Jess Minter and the Philadelphia Eagles. And, oh, yeah, they just played in the Super Bowl. So that's not just an NFL job, but it's a prime one where he is going to be working with a ton of top level talent there at Philly.
Yeah, and he's up against some stiff competition. Of course, he did have his time at the Ravens, so he does have that. But I think just from what I'm gathering, he's not the top candidate based on everything I've read on the subject. Now, you guys may be wondering if you're following this. Where's Jim Leonhard? Well, about 2 hours ago, they announced that Jim Leonhard and the Eagles had decided to have a couple of conversations, feel each other out, but he's decided to take the year off. So he's officially out of the sweepstakes. But Jesse Minter is definitely one of the candidates, so it's something to watch. But I think Michigan fans, I mean, tentatively, knock on wood, can potentially rest easy because either he stays or we just got back somebody called Chris Partridge, and he's pretty good. Okay, and you have Steve Klingscale. They can both be co-DCs because Partridge was co-DC at Ole Miss, and he got that experience doing that.
And so you're pretty confident that they would go before in that direction of the co-defensive coordinators with those two?
I do, and maybe I think Klingscale has the familiarity with the Ravens style system that they run now, whereas Partridge does have that kind of co-DC experience and defensive experience. So I think at least for 1 year, I could see it being a co-DC situation. What do you think? You sound like you might want to go with one or the other as just go all in.
No, I would think that Klingscale would be more prepared to be the guy if they were going to go with one guy. But yeah, that hasn't been something that Jim Harbaugh has shied away from in terms of having two guys share the role. And we don't know, but it would be interesting to know how much he determines what their roles are as equals versus what he allows them to determine how they're going to work together, because that could be a great situation or it could be a difficult situation when you have two guys in charge of trying to figure that out, because only one is going to be actively making that play call at the time. And so, yeah, that just has to be worked out, but it's worked well for Michigan.
Yeah, and you do, and Klingscale was used as kind of like the passing game D coordinator last year, and I could see him continuing on in that capacity. Maybe Partridge focuses a little bit more on the rushing offense of the other team. So could go that way just based on what jobs they already have now.